I've spent the last several days. I'm very out of time and place right now, absorbed in the Wheel of Time series. So, mostly, that has taken up my attention. I really like the metaphysical system of the series. It lines up with the imagery by which I think, and I am mostly reading it for that. And the conlang. Wina Isain Komaradashi Pret? I don't know. I'm gonna try to learn it. But, yeah. Other than that, or along with that really, I continue to puzzle over the problem of evil. As we all do. And just like, are things good? Oh yes, the other thing is the Wheel of Time soundtrack. Mind-blowing. So powerful. In my head 24/7. Very beautiful, very powerful. Like that one TikTok about the fish. But anyway, both of those things are definitely on the good side of the whole problem of evil, but there are many things that are on the bad side of the whole problem of evil, such as many of the tragic and violent events in the aforementioned Wheel of Time series, as well as, of course, things that I can point to in my own circumstances or the circumstances of others. And it continues to be a problem of evil. I suppose I should say there are systems that have like duality and balance, as far as I understand, between evil and good, so to speak. I don't know if I entirely understand those systems, and I can't accept, like, I can't stand for those right now. But, like, I see the coexistence or the simultaneous presence of forces of integration and of dissolution. But what makes sense to me continues to be the Christian idea that, like, evil does not exist, it has no positive substance, and that good is, like, ontologically primary. Oh yes, I can't accept evil qua evil. I'm gonna become one of those people like DBH, that David Bentley Hart, that just like goes into Latin and Greek all the time. I'm also apparently becoming one of those people who orders 10-word orders at the coffee shop. Matcha tea. Oh man. Yeah, the problem of evil. There's like so many things in the world, you know, and things change all the time, and bad things happen, and good things happen, and it continues to be impressed upon me that what abides and what constitutes the good, and that what I need to be participating in is a way, right, as they say, but it is like a pattern, a spirit, a direction, like looking up, integration, positive, like toward the light, this direction, and that's what remains, you know, in whatever circumstance, whatever change, however much or little darkness is around, what is consistent, what can be consistent, and possibly the only thing that can be consistent is not a thing, but a way, but this sort of habit, there's a lot of words for it, but yeah, this constant direction and flowing together and toward the good, gathering together and toward the good. And I wish that I could 3D project my internal topography and landscape and categories in terms. It really doesn't go in words very well, and it has been taking a lot of reflection to build, but I don't like I see as, if you think of it as like a matrix of time and space, and in the Wheel of Time terms, very relevant. The Wheel of Time is very relevant to all of this. The lace of ages, the Wheel of Time weaves the pattern of the ages with threads of lives. Anyway, so if you see this matrix of like times and places and people's lives, there's these light parts, there's dark parts, there's different lines that you can draw, there's different patterns that you can construct. I am like a mind and a sort of consciousness, a noose moving within that, and like I have choice. As I continue working over this, praying over it, and trying to align myself properly, sometimes the question comes, and quite urgently, which spirit do I choose? Which one do I choose? I mean, like, and whose body am I constructing? That of Christ or that of Antichrist, essentially? Am I choosing to look at the dark patches and draw the lines between them and, like, essentially align myself with, therefore, listen to, worship, attend to the corruption and rot, and, like, see that and, like, give the highlight to that which is dissolving and tearing things apart? Or the opposite? Do I hide that and, like, ignore that? Because always you're highlighting and hiding certain things with any categorization and any choice, and, like, instead look for the good and draw the lines between that. So it's like, if you think of the matrix and different patterns. But yeah, like, this getting back to the whole concept of angel or spirit as pattern, and just, yeah, it is my choice, and it continues to be my choice where I'm going to put my attention, my sight, my worship, my desire, etc. Alignment, telos, direction, bias. And it's the same thing as asking if I'm going to listen to truth or lies, to make it a little bit more, I guess, moral, or if you want to say, well, evil is a lie, which is something that's very relevant in Wheel of Time as well, to listen to. So all of this is sort of one picture in my head. This movement and spirit and direction, intention, attention. And also there's a prayer that I came across somewhere. I renounce Satan, that ties into all of this, which is, I renounce Satan and devote myself to Jesus. Or I say sometimes I ignore Satan and pay attention to Jesus. And I've expanded that as well, with, like, writing down the lies, or, like, the negatively shaded framings of things and voices in my head versus the positive ones, and naming what is flowing through me that is towards corrosion and dissolution and chaos and evil and death, and what is in me that is toward light and good. There's more of this, or like it's more but that's sort of the picture that becomes more and more clear, is of ways and patterns in a certain directionality, which is a choice, and does then bear fruit, I guess. And the more that you make one choice, the more that it becomes easier, and the more you become ingrained in that direction. But yeah, I renounce Satan and devote myself to Jesus. It's a useful sort of mantra thing, or prayer, and it can be easily reworded, etc. Anyway, back to see if my poor brain can handle more Wheel of Time or conlang work. It's really incredible, like, powerful what we're doing when we read. It's become well, it's normal to us. We don't think anything of it, but when you're literally living other people's lives and in spirit in another world and place and time, very much so. There's a book called A Stranger in Alondria. Beautiful book, stunning, beautiful writing, but it captures the awe and wonder of reading to somebody who lives in an enchanted world and to whom reading is not an everyday thing. And the more that I have my eyes open to the world and the more that I notice what's actually going on, reading more, I'm like, wow, it's for real. I don't know what I'm saying. Can I say anything else in Old Tongue? I don't want to say goodbye or anything. Nope. Ciao, ciao.